Hey, what's up? Okay, so hopefully this is the last time I ever have to bring this up again. It's very frustrating that I always have to bring this up because somebody's like, let's resolve it. And I'm like, no, some people get along and some people don't. And I think it just boils down to values and like, I don't vibe with people who lie and can't take accountability for anything that they've ever done wrong. They just like blame it on somebody else. And I think that that's really the bottom line with this discussion. Um, yeah. So here's my PowerPoint presentation that I would like to share with you today. So this is something that I found in one of the servers, and it says doxing is for group chats, not public servers. This was a public server that this was written in. This is not a DM. This is not a dox or anything. This is something that he stated in a public arena. And this is what he supposedly got mad at me for. Because it was a mistake too. And I took ownership. I said sorry. And he just wanted to flip on me, which is fine. Obviously, like he wanted out, but he also wanted to blame me for it or something. I don't fucking know. But I just want to throw this out there that this right here is something that he fucking said. Thank you. Appreciate it. And now we're moving on to our next slide. Okay, so this is called Darvo, and I found it on the internet today. And it's like how these people go about their whole lives controlling and manipulating people. And that's by they deny their own behavior and then they attack you by reversing the victim and offender roles. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. Thank you for the 20, Smokey. So this is like just everything that how these people operate. And we're talking about the British incels. AKA Chinatown server. If you are a woman, highly recommend not going there. It's a very toxic place for chicks. Because it's literally just like a bunch of dudes that hate women. Hate them. There's never gonna be a time where if somebody does stand up for you who's a dude, it's just for some kind of manipulation tactic. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, and now on to our next slide. Okay, so this is an example of what logging it looks like, and this is something that came from that server. Just one of the many, many, many examples of the toxic environment that these truth tellers are trying to mask their shit behind. A-logging is expressing disproportionate levels of hatred for someone, often including wishing them physical harm, usually for perceived crimes that they are guilty of, and those are in quotes. So this is just one example. I was just fucking around saying like, make Jews rich again. And then this one guy who has frequently came after me, several people, he goes, how about making them go back to hell where they belong? Just one of many, many, many examples. And now on to our next slide. Okay, so, and here's an example of what a public threat looks like. Over a joke. So I made a joke to this chick, and she said, bad joke. And I was like, do you think I give a shit or fuck? And she goes, you should. Do you want to stream? Yeah, that's called a threat. That's threatening to take away my channel over a joke. This person's just a troll. This is like an alt account. Yeah, I have to define it so that people understand what they're crying about is actually what they do. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay, objective reasoning. So if you see here, this is the screen name of that chick. I had no idea who this bitch was. And then she goes, I don't need a filter to take a selfie. And I was like, I didn't even realize who I was speaking to. Didn't care. Why don't you come up here and define what lolcow and e-girls are? Because I have no idea. I'm not the joke police. I was the one who was making the joke. We had somebody threatening to take my channel down over a joke. Yeah. And we know who that is. Now we have lies and rumors. So these are all taken from public servers. Okay. Or not public, but like in the community, the town square, if you will. These are not from DMs, just so we're all clear. I do have some DMs that I'm going to share with, but for now, these are all public. Okay, so this girl, she just started making up lies about me. She goes, "Is that why you spoke with Alex? How old is he again?" And I was like, "Alex?" And I thought she was talking about the guy from Predator Poachers. And she goes, "No, the minor." So she's literally accusing me of speaking with a minor. And I said, "I have no idea what you're talking about," because I didn't. So she just, I don't know, made up her own fucking story because she's psycho or something. I have no idea. And then I was like, "Why do you keep accusing me of talking to a minor named Alex?" Because, it's not really a great time and to be a pedophile. Not that it was ever a good time, but like, I'm certainly not talking to minors. This is just some bullshit she made up. And she said, "Because I heard others bring it up." Why would others just randomly bring up my name if she wasn't talking about me? And you stayed muted in the side chat. Okay, so there was an incident where I was in a VC. She just goes in her loopy circle, and I put it on mute, and I went and did something else. Because I guess if you leave the VC first, you're a loser or something. Sorry, it's too loud. I guess if you leave first, you loser. I don't fucking know how this works. But and then this person says, "I don't know why you keep doing that, Cappy. Someone said that she talks to minors or something." Nobody would just bring this up randomly to her. She was obviously talking about me, and this person wanted to contribute, and this is how rumors get started. But there was no minor named Alex. She never had screenshots to prove shit. It was just some bullshit that she ran with and told a bunch of people. Okay, so this next two slides are going to be DMs. They're just with Cappy. We're never going to resolve it. I don't really give a shit. These are my resolution efforts. So this is me reaching out to her to try to let it just end it all. Let's just move on, right? There's no moving it on. Let's see. So this is from July 15th. I was like, "If you have something to say or an issue, please contact me directly. Most of these dudes do not care about you or I. This is what they do for fun." Right? Is that not right? Anybody who's in this server can probably, verify this information for me. I'm not completely stupid, just a little bit. I know what's going on. She goes, "Someone sent me a link to join a call and I joined." Oh, she's always blaming someone else. This is a very key thing that she always tends to do. Just don't get why you feel the need to make a video if things are settled. And I was like, "All right, Cappy, I sent you this DM to try, not to try to continue this." So this is me making a conscious effort to let's just drop it and move the fuck on. She will not. And it becomes very clear by her behaviors and shit. I said, "What do you want me to do?" It's a peace offering. She said, "I just don't want you to talk about me." But she can talk about me. She can bring up the minor accusation. She can say whatever she wants, but I can't have a response. Notice how I don't do any investigation research on her. I don't even know anything about her because I don't care about her. I just want her to leave me the fuck alone. Distinction, thank you for joining us. You're late. You're going to have to review the last 10 minutes of information before you start talking shit to me, please. Cappy is not a streamer, but she does like to threaten to take away the my channel. So she obviously thinks that she has a really great influence on streamers or something. I'm not sure. And I said, I'm telling you this female to female. These dudes are trying to stir up shit. I think that's like very honest and very. There was minor. She's just started a rumor with no proof or no screenshots of whoever said it. She blamed someone else, like she always does. She blamed somebody else for the doxing. She blamed somebody else for bringing up the rumor. She never takes accountability, is what I'm trying to get at here. Just like somebody else. Stalking. Okay, so here's what stalking looks like. And then she turns around. This is what she said the other day. She goes, she follows me. She's obsessed with me. No, bitch. I want you to leave me alone. And here's a receipt of Chuckles joined the party. Like literally less than an hour later, Cappy joins the party. And then if you see in between this magician's thug person, this is the person who kept doxing my shit. One of them, like, which one came first? This is very objective. This is a receipt. I don't understand how you can say that I stalk you when clearly you are following me around the internet. Okay, if you see here, this is me on Foreman's panel the other night. And here's a highlighted comment from Sponge, somebody who I don't really know at all. Right? Yes, he made a nice comment, but like the bottom line is like this person was clearly instructed to like follow me around the internet or something, because if you see here, look at, we have Sponge is a mod. So if you're gonna fucking stalk someone and report back to Grossly, like just do it under an alt account or something. Like don't be a fucking idiot. Oh, is that it? I guess that's it. Okay, so this I was doxxed the other day, and I wish I had screenshots of this in the server too, because I am on camp. I wish I had screenshots of this because we were in Chinatown and Cappy, she was threatening me. She's like, "You're so lucky," because she stalked me. And she keeps redundantly spamming. I don't know. It's her friend, maybe. Regardless, like, I don't fucking know these people. I want nothing to do with these people. I wish they would fuck off and stop following me around the internet. If you don't like me, like, that's totally fine. I don't like you either. I don't know what you're trying to prove here by posting redundantly, like, my pictures from 10 to 12 years ago. Obviously, people are going to look different over time. She thinks that she's exposing me for like reposting shit that I had on my own accounts, but she had to go through like a lot of years worth of stuff to find this stuff. But she did say, "You're so lucky that I don't post this article about your dad." Now that's manipulation as well. And you know, she's holding something over my head that has my family's personal identity information in it. And so she threatens this, and then a couple weeks later is when we joined this server here. This one. Oh, where is it? Okay, so a couple weeks later, this is what happens. We join the server. She follows me into the server, and then she cries that I'm following her. And that same article that she was threatening gets spammed the whole server, which had my last name in it and stuff. The following day, I get summoned to a VC in that same server where, you know, I got a threat about something else. That person got that information from that article to make this threat. And it's not even about me. Like, you can threaten me all you want, but like, don't threaten my relatives because, you know, I'm a piece of pasta. So everything that like I'm a human. I'm gonna have a response. You're not gonna like that response, just like I don't like what you're doing to me. But like this was not unprovoked shit. Like I don't understand why it's okay for this person to get mad at me for sending a screenshot that I didn't even mean to send to one of his really good friends when he's saying this right here, which is way worse. This is like him admitting that he doxes people in group chats. I sent one screenshot to one of his really good friends who was trying to have an intervention with him for being a manipulative piece of shit. Yeah, I should probably ignore Discord trolls, but I just want to make sure that there's some awareness here. Like, I can threaten Chuckles all I want. You guys heard it. Okay. What? You can. Threaten me, though. Don't threaten my relatives, because they're not me. Also, like, the things that my relatives do. Different person. The things that the Jews did during the time of, like, Jesus Christ. I'm a different person, so stop fucking blaming me for everything. And, like, let's direct your hatred towards the people that you fucking hate. I didn't fall in love with a Discord troll. That's ridiculous. I was, like, fully aware of everything this whole time. I am feeding hard right now. Okay. You see this? These are threats. So if I threaten back, you can't cry about it, okay? How's that sound? My sandwich, I think that's grossly or something. No, he didn't, though. Because I didn't cry at all. Well, maybe it's just because I'm apathetic or something. I don't know. But Smiling Bandit, I saw that you were talking shit about me. Actually, let me upload this whole, you know, because I'm always talking about her. I have a video of this chick. I hope it's the right format. Hold on. I have a video of some shit that went down in her server that I'm not in, of just like smear campaigning me like publicly in her server. So that's okay with her. You know, she's always the victim. She's always one who's blaming someone else. You know, just because somebody doesn't do something like themselves doesn't mean that they're not behind it. I think that's a cope. I think that's even more you know that Cappy threatened to hurt herself when she got banned from Chinatown. Like, she sent pictures of her cut up legs to Grossly, which is fucking disgusting. That is so manipulative. Like, and that's what these people do, is they go for chicks that are like either damaged or like insane. And I think that was, you know, weird. Oh, I can't. It's a different format. I'm not gonna upload this. Hold on. So, you seen it all here, folks. This is your leader. Report back to him. You're not a SWAT. You can call in. Elaine, my hero. Here, I'm gonna post the link in my server because I've already had Smiling Fuckface threaten to, you know, whatever the fuck he threatened to do. It was something with my StreamYards. So the link's in my my server. If you're not in my server, you know how to get it in there. If you're not banned, so all women. Yeah, exactly. So all women on the internet. But, you know, I'm not really a big fan of the whole, like, punching down. Also, gang or whatever, dogpiling. That's weird. Like, you're a man. Handle it yourself. Why are you hiding? Why doesn't anyone think that's weird? Distinction, no one fucking cares. Like, no one gives a shit about you. Like, you are literally a pay pig for Grace Thorpe. and you bragged about hanging out with her when she came to LA. Like, you're a very sad person. I'm sorry. If you want me to invite you again, I didn't know who a lot of people were, so I kicked a lot of people. Hold on, I gotta do this whole fucking thing. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm worried. What's up?
The absolute fucking state of Grossly. Like,
Dude,
I
he's
mean,
such a bitch and he doesn't say anything. Like, you're not even gonna like take any accountability for anything.
the thing I'm sick of is these men literally just taking every opportunity to try and like dunk on women when the shit that they're doing is 10 times more embarrassing. Like the fucking shit that Grossly said to you
I
is
know, and
like
he's lucky that I didn't dox that shit, but because everything that because I
you
didn't want
should.
him to play a victim about this. Okay, like it's disgusting. Like, and I knew what was going on. He was like, "I just want you to trust me," and I'm like, "No, like I can't do that because I'm not a fucking retard."
But like it's wild because men will literally turn around and be like, all these women are so BPD and crazy, and then they will literally send like paragraphs in DMs about why you
Yeah,
should talk to them.
like I love
And
you. I mean, it's just weird. It's like don't say those things. Like, also don't make plans with people. Like, if you're not gonna keep, like, if just don't say anything at all if it's like bullshit.
I mean, Grossly literally. Here's my issue with him. Like, he I literally spoke to him, by the way, like 3 days before this happened. And I had like a huge conversation with him. And then he goes live and he starts talking about Godwin's penis, which is weird anyway, right?
Because they're gay.
If you're a man and you're talking about another man's penis, like, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, he was
But
talking,
also, yeah, just very like gay behaviors as well.
yeah, and like in depth. And then he started talking about how Godwin was crowded. And like the way Grossly did it, at first I was like, huh. So, but then, like, I realized that like he quite literally made this up out of nothing, and me and Adam were literally
Oh, with the dick
IRL.
thing.
Yeah, me and Adam IRL were like, how the fuck did he even think of this? Like, what?
Yeah, no, and that's like, and he's gonna say slander over like a comment post that I did in like what's his face, Ethan Ralph's live chat. Like he's gonna say that it's slander, but that was actually true. Like obviously, I mean, I knew that it was a joke. I didn't have like proof of him saying that, but like obviously it's a fucking joke. But like there are so many stupid people on the internet, and that's the problem.
The thing is, though, what really pissed me off is in that same live video, he turned around, he was like, I really hope Elaine leaks saw her DMs with Godwinson. Oh, and by the way, I can't stand Elaine. I don't watch any of her content. I wouldn't want to spend a minute in her company.
Oh, he'll
Bitch,
watch this.
you were in
He'll
my
watch
he
this.
was in my DMs.
He's a member, so you know. And
Is
he
he?
was so embarrassed because yeah, well, I was trying to get him a membership, and then like I guess the way when you gift membership, like it just goes to a random person. He was like, I'll just get it myself, and I was like, okay. And he was so embarrassed when I brought that up in Chinatown, and I'm like, why are you so fucking gay?
He's literally. I mean, he's literally embarrassing because
He would just lie about everything, like just, and it was like weird too, because it's like, why would you rather like talk shit, tell somebody to kill themselves than like talk to a chick with a vagina? Like it's just weird, like it's just like these are your preferences, these are your choices, like very strange. No, I'm not a pick me girl. I'm like a leave me alone girl. Uh
Yeah, I'm very much I hate everybody. Like
yeah.
regard like I'm so based on equality. I'm pro equality. I hate everyone. Like
Yeah,
regardless
no,
of
for
gender
sure.
or race, they're all
Uh,
burning.
yeah. Well, when I joined your server initially, I had to leave because I was getting doxxed, but uh and I just want to see it because it's like it's fine. You can go ahead and dox me and threaten me, but like I
Oh,
don't
I
have
didn't
to
know
like
that.
listen. And
I'll kick those people. I didn't
it's
know
no,
that
it's
because
totally. I don't give a
there's
shit.
like
Like I just didn't want to
150
see it.
people in
Like
there.
I don't want to, because I don't want to worry about it. Which is really what the goal is. I think is like just to intimidate you. Like I don't think that they're gonna
I
actually
mean,
come here from the UK.
they're not gonna do anything. Like, as someone who does something, the only reason that I'm so
Yeah, as a
affected
response,
is
though.
because I'm the only person that gets up off my ass and actually does a proper gay op. Everyone else is like, she's a crazy swatter, dog's a hacker. It's like, okay, yeah, but like all
Yeah,
of you
but
would do what I do if you could, and they can't. So they're not
yeah.
gonna do shit. Like they're
Well,
definitely not gonna do shit.
yeah, but it's like it was just too much of a coincidence that like 2 weeks prior, Cappy was threatening me, and then some random dude is doxing my dad's name, and then the next day I get summoned to a VC chat, and they used that last name and first name from that article that she said didn't have any personally identifying information in it, which was a lie. They used it to like figure out like my mom's name, and it's like just leave them out of it, you know?
It's like I don't really understand why all these people act as if they're actually gonna do something because they're not. Like they can throw around your docs as much as they want. They're just gonna sit there and talk shit, and I bet you none of them are gonna actually do anything to any of us because they
That's why
can't.
I'm not scared about it, but the way that Grossly responded when I made a threat to him, which wasn't even a threat, it was just like, "I don't wanna do this. I'm not going to do it." But it was like, he just fucking he's so insecure, it's so, so very obvious because, A, he hides behind a rubber mask. He changes his voice. Like, he doesn't tell anybody anything. He talks shit about everybody. All of his content is not about him, ever. It's always about somebody else. Like, those are like, big red flags for somebody who is being a deceptive, horrible person. Is like if they're not even gonna share anything with you about themselves, their content is all about other people.
I literally can't stand the way that Grossly will fully sit with me in DMs for like an hour and then we'll go live and say I can't stand to be around her. It's like,
Yeah, no,
why
that's a lot of the
read
people
my
in my chat
DMs?
right now.
Like if okay, like if honestly, if people just like said to me straight up, like you're a fucking crazy fucking bitch and I want nothing to do with you, fine. Like go
Yeah,
on your
but
way. Let me
then
show you
don't
the door.
Hoover, don't fucking orbit me. Like that's fucking weird.
Like, yeah, no, these guys are literally obsessed with you.
No, they
And
okay, and
you keep getting
from
attracted to
day one, RZA, like he came in as like Grossly's little pawn, which is very weird. It's like if Grossly sent you here, like that's so embarrassing for you.
Grossly is like, you know, Godwinson calls him like discount cog. Like
No,
which
because
I think
Cog
is
talks about his own life and shit. Whereas Grossly, like literally, he like plans and orchestrates like people to lose their shit. And it's like these people might have been kind of like not, mentally all there. Like everybody has like a tipping point, I think, unless you're like a complete like a psychopath. Um, but like he will like he'll continue to like harass people until they break, which I think is abusive. It's just like you don't need to have a team of people to troll. It should be like an individual sport. You shouldn't be premeditated and shit. Like just go out there and troll. Like it's not that difficult. You don't need an army.
I think the problem is that all of these people, there's one common thing among all of them is that they all take everything so seriously to the
I know. It's
point
like,
where
dude,
it's
I'm a
like
fucking piece of pasta and you're threatened by me right now.
I've had people like I have people on QE farms saying shit like being like, "Oh, she once said like the people should have swum out the submarine." Like she was definitely serious. That means she's like so low IQ. That means she's like disabled. It's like
Yeah,
what?
no, like
Like
these
how
people don't
are
understand
people living like
sarcasm either. It's like if I was going to, hypothetically speaking, like if I was going to arrange some kind of just some event, I wouldn't do it in my server so everyone could see. Like obviously sarcastic things exist, and like there's just too many autistic angry people who are trying to like interpret it, or they're victims, like they're intentionally doing this whole like, oh, I have to make it their fault, so let me find every little thing to like you know, it's just weird.
I feel like Grossly is one of those people that I do understand where he's coming from, and if there isn't content, make the content. But at the same time, that falls
No,
apart
no,
when
but there
all it
is
takes
will
is
always
someone
be
to just
content. You don't have to make
yeah.
people lose their shit.
I can
Like
literally
that's
just say, "Oh, I
abuse.
know he's not crap." Like as soon as like I was with Godwinson IRL, people were like, "Well, that means he obviously isn't crowded, or she wouldn't be there." Like it's the whole thing is so stupid because the whole gay ops that they come up with can be literally blown to pieces with just one witness. Like imagine coming up with a plan that's so shit that it literally just takes one person taking a taxi to like Chelsea to like fuck up your gay op. Like I'm sorry, but at the
I,
same, but like if your gay op is really that bad, then you just shouldn't
I
be
don't know what
doing
a
this.
gay op is.
It's like a gay op is like a oh fuck. It's like a like a psyop, like in movies where like all the evil characters come together to try and create like a plan. Like imagine like that but
Yeah,
for the
that's like
sector.
Chinatown, dude.
That for the sector. Like that's what a gay
That
op
is
is. Like
literally
it,
Chinatown. Okay, like from day one. Okay, so the way that I was recruited or whatever into this, I think initially like he wanted to make like me into a lolcow or something. I don't fucking know. You'd have to ask him because I don't fucking believe him anyway. But like he recruited me, so he had his scouters, which was RZA, like go and like troll me on my live stream, and this was another meltdown that I was having earlier this year. My nudes got broadcasted on YouTube, and I was screaming about it, trying to make content out of my shitty life as always. And
me literally relate.
yeah, like I'm just gonna turn it into a complete and people don't understand that either. Is like, part of it is like, yes, this is traumatizing, but part of it is like I need to exaggerate this and somehow make this work for me because like it's out there. There's nothing I can do about it. This is but people think that it's like a real
I mean,
real response as well. Like they think that like I am, just having a like a literal meltdown where it's like, no, I'm 33. I've been through some shit. Like, I don't actually give a fuck.
I've literally I just like fucking dumb. Like I made a series of like deep faked porn that I thought would be like a great idea
That's hilarious.
to try and report KF. Like if it got put on KF, I could report. But
That's something that he would do though if he knew
yes,
how to do that. Like
but
he
the problem
literally made
was
up a story about how your boyfriend's dick got cut
yeah.
off. He cut it off. Like if he
But the
could go
problem
to that
was though,
extent, he would. If he was that creative, he would do it for
the
sure.
problem is though, like then I had an ex of mine, but bear in mind who I dated like 5 years ago, so I was like 15, release actual like nudes of me. And they were like CP, like literal CP. Literal CP. And like that just got posted alongside the deepfakes. And I was like, so now we're just taking this to like full blown federal crimes, guys. Like what? Like I why the other thing that's wild to me is that like no one seemed to be able to like I literally said to some of these website owners, how is this based? Like this isn't some base let's dunk on a thought thing. You're literally posting CP. Like I don't get how this isn't own on me. But like I don't know. I don't know, like men think that it's funny to like sexually exploit women, and when we fake it or when we are cleverer than them, then they just paint us as schizophrenic because they
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
cope
yeah.
with the fact that they're like two steps
It's
behind.
yeah, exactly. Like I can lie too. It's not that difficult.
Men like to pretend that they're like so much
They
more
think that there's so
intelligent.
much more, yeah, like they're god complex. If you think that this is the first runaround that I've ever had with a psychopath or wannabe psychopath, I would say he's not even qualified to be
He's
a
not a
psychopath.
psychopath.
Like he
No.
wants to be, I think he wants to be, but like I don't think that he's a threat at all.
No, no, he's
I
not.
think he
Like
wants to threaten people and he wants to feel powerful, and that's why people do everything for him. That's why people fear him. But like he's just a guy on the internet.
He's not
With
a like, the thing is, it's if he was a psychopath, he wouldn't be screaming about me being like a swatter and telling
if he was
everyone
a
to like
psychopath, he would have had sex with me.
based.
Come on, like
Slay.
that's what you're gonna do is just like flirt with somebody. Like that's that's what I'm accustomed to is like real psychopaths.
Yeah, I don't like these. I don't like these like wannabes where like they pretend they're dead inside and then they cry because like all these men they'll literally be like, yeah, no, I'm a fucked up internet troll, and then
Yeah, it's
you
like
say
no,
like
you're
one
just a
thing,
loser, actually.
you say one thing to them, and then they'll turn around and they'll be like, oh my god,
She's
this
crazy.
this woman is crazy. She's
Yeah.
BPD butter at the
Yeah, I
stake.
don't know. She's falling in love with me. Like, no. You lie, I lie. It's not that difficult.
Who the fuck is the smiling bandit? Who is this?
That's a Cappy spy, Cappy simp. What he does is he's very, very. I actually made him an emoji, but he wasn't here last time, so I got rid of it.
Why is this guy just like
Because he's a stalker bitch. Like he's a pawn, and he doesn't
he's
even know
literally
it.
an NPC. He is the definition of an NPC. Like, if you want to know what an NPC looks like, it's the smiling bandit. Like, his photo would be next to like NPC in the
He's just
dictionary.
some guy who lives with his parents and he's on disability, just like everyone who's on Discord in the middle of the day.
Jesus. And like grossly wants to rewrite history and try and say it was Godwinson that was friends with Axel, but it wasn't. It was him. Like he was a mod. He was a mod. He was there while the Council of Evil convinced Al Andrian to eat his own shit, which by the way
And
is
that's something that somebody sent me, and I was so fucking pissed because it's like, why do
it's
you
sexual
feel
exploitation.
justified to keep doing what you're doing if there was a death because of you?
It's sexual exploitation. I am like I honestly have like very few morals. The one thing I do have though is I will never ever like partake in sexual exploitation. Like I'm happy to do
No, just
basically
don't
everything
punch
else.
down, and then all of the problems will be resolved.
Like it's just the thing is it's just these people they want to pretend that like I have people in my thread coping about like the the fact that like I don't know that that I have people literally crying over like people that I'm not even friends with supposedly things that they did, and now I'm a bad person because I'm friends with that person or whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, but like are we just gonna ignore the fact that like a group of you sat on Discord and convinced a guy to eat his own shit and sexually exploited him? Like,
Yeah,
why
like
is
where
that
do you
not
get
talked
off?
about?
Where do you get off like telling somebody to eat their own shit? Like you are instructing somebody to do something that will damage them, and that is disgusting. And you think it's funny. Like that's what I don't understand is like where did this become comedy and why are we thinking that this is something that's cool?
I think my problem is that like at the end of the day, I'm all for people trolling and doing all sorts of fucked up shit, but like there is never like an excuse to sexually exploit someone. Like that's just never like that just makes you a sex pest. Like people will catfish people and people could groom people. And by the way, adults can be groomed. I don't care what these retards on
Yeah, no,
Discord
and that's the
say.
thing too is like why do you give like all of this empathy towards kids but not women? Like that's retarded.
Like it's actually wild because they will literally they will pick bones about everything, but they'll just be fine with like I mean personally, I would be uncomfortable just looking at anything that was non-consensual pornography. But these people have no problem commenting on like everyone else's and literally
Mm.
grooming guys into like eating their own shit.
Yeah,
Apparently
grooming
that's
guys, grooming
fine.
girls, any guy who is here because he thinks that he's helping or he wants to be cool and sit with like Smiling Bandit for example, like a lot of these guys that are here in the chat are literally just pawns for this bullshit. Same with RZA. Like RZA was the one who like my past 3 streams he's been on just to try to earn those brownie points to try to get into that server so he can witness like traumatizing. Have you ever been in that server?
No, which one is it?
Chinatown?
I wasn't allowed entry. I so like what happened was I asked Brian. I was like, "Hey, can I like I heard about China like he mentioned it first to me. Like he was like, "Oh, do you know what Chinatown is? I was like, no, I've heard a lot about it, but I'm not in there. And then I said, oh, can I get an invite link? And he was like, I'll ask. And apparently they were like, no, you can't come in here because she's a known hacker. Like, we don't want people getting hacked. And I was like, okay,
No, it's because
what,
you will
like,
get, you will fight, you punch back. It's a, it's a response.
like, where the fuck? Like, why do they get the idea that I'll just turn around and hack random people in a Discord? Like, it just, they're literally, they're not even people, like, they're not known enough for me to even hack them. Like, I don't, like, they're literally, why, like, imagine hacking grossly offensive. Like, honestly, if you're hacking grossly offensive, you should just rope. Like, honestly, if that's what you're doing,
Well, he
like,
has
there's
like,
nothing there.
I don't
There's,
care
there's no
enough. I
worth.
don't care enough about anybody to like look into who they are. In order for me, like any type of meme that I've ever made about like somebody else, it was like sent to me. It was like, please turn this into something beautiful. Like it wasn't like I did any research, but like Cappy has like literally stalked the fuck out of me. And she did it like even in your server when I joined, like 20 minutes
Yeah.
later she joined. Like she doesn't think that that's
I
very
banned
weird.
I banned her and the magician's person because
Yeah.
I banned them because they literally said something quite petty. I was really mad that day. And they said like this bitch turns around and she was literally just saying shit about me that I know she was only saying because one of my A-logs was there. She hasn't read my thread. She doesn't know who I am. So I was like, well, I know you're not saying this because you actually know anything about me. So like you're literally just saying this because your friend is, and that makes me
Yeah,
want
no,
to kill
that's
you.
all of the people who don't like me have no reason at all. Like, Cappy doesn't even have a reason.
I don't know.
Like
Like,
she's very insecure and she goes after every single chick that she finds threatening.
I mean, honestly, she didn't really know what to do when I turned up. She kind of just like tried to argue, and then I was just like, no.
Yeah,
And then
well,
I
I
kind of
mean,
just
feel like
yeah,
people
like I
know
don't
not
really
to
know.
fuck with you, which is ideal. Like I wish I could make them fear me as
No,
this
with me, you don't
pasta.
even get it. Like with me, I literally have to. I essentially they force my hand. Like I swear to God, I am like I would have been the most moral person ever, but people push me. They'll call me a LARPer until I do some shit to them. Like that's the
Right?
fucking
And
problem.
then they play victim when you do that shit. It's like, no, you fucking deserved it. This is a response. Cause, effect. People don't just fucking do shit for no reason. Well, sometimes they do. Actually, and that's the whole thing with like the orchestrating these locales and like trying to create locales out of people by pissing them off. It's like, you don't need to do that. You can just sit back and watch people
If you
be
have to
crazy
provoke,
without any intervention.
if you have to provoke a lolcow, then they're not a lolcow. They're just a person who's pissed at you. Like I'm
Exactly.
sorry, but like
Then you're
I
that makes you a bully, really. That's all it makes you.
like it's just like I have people who literally were like to me like so many times, like every time someone will be like, I bet you can't dox me. And I dox them. And then they'll literally write in my thread like 2 paragraphs about why I'm an evil swatter, why I'm both stupid and apparently a mastermind in the same sentence because people can't make up their minds.
Mhm.
And how I'm BPD and how I should like kill myself. And it's like, bro, you literally asked me. Like you told me to dox you. And it's like this is every single time. People will
Well,
just push
I
until
don't
you
like
do some
threats
shit.
of it. Like, honestly, I think the threat of something happening is worse than the actual thing happening.
I mean, threatening people is only based if you're gonna do shit.
And
If
I've
you're
done
just
it, and I've done it. It's
crying
not
on
like I'm
Discord,
perfect.
like
It's not like I don't threaten people. Like, I will have a
yeah,
response. Sometimes that's a threat. But, like, I do believe that the threat itself is often worse because it's like a dragged out thing, whereas, like, and it's also, like, very black and white. Like, if you dox someone, people are like, "No doxing, that's horrible." Whereas if you threaten to dox, it's like this gray area of, like, "We still accept them," type thing, and it's like, you
yeah.
can drag that shit on to manipulate people, like, for example, when I before I blocked, Grossly, like, he, was like, "I could have shared your nudes." I'm sure he did. I'm sure there's a group thread of, like, incels that they all fucking
I mean, anyone that shares other people's nudes without their consent is just a sex pest. Like they should just be regarded as a sex pest, and that's it. Like at the end of the day, I've always kind of had this opinion. Like I've done a lot of shit to people, But the only times anyone has ever caught me sharing people's nudes are when it's nudes of people who have done that to other people. Like, there's no fucking case in which I would be like, oh, here's an innocent person who I just happen to dislike. Let me revenge porn them. Like, I don't understand why guys think this is an own. They're literally just being sex pests. They should be in jail. Like, they shouldn't be safe to be around society. If they are willing to share non-consensual pornography, would you trust those people around children? Because I wouldn't.
No, but they believe that they're like some kind of I don't fuck. They're just hypocrites, dude.
Yeah, I feel like stripping is different from OnlyFans. I mean, I haven't done either, but like what I'm guessing is that
Like you can't bring a camera into a strip club.
exactly, like
That like what
obviously
you
it's
put on
not.
OnlyFans will be on the internet forever. Whereas like I was a stripper, no one fucking took photos of me there.
They're not allowed to apparently. Like you're not even allowed photos in
Yeah,
nightclubs, like in
you're not
regular
allowed.
nightclubs.
Yeah.
Like
Um but this
in
person's trying to like justify some bullshit like so that I don't fucking know. So that he can sit at the cool kids table with all the other incels and beat up women.
I like how I don't really like herd mentality, and I think I
This
feel
yeah, these
like
are sheep like Mr. Man, Smiling Bandit. Just so you know, you are pawns. Those strings on that thumbnail, they're attached to you because you're stupid.
what's Brian saying all of this? Because
I
I
asked
have
Brian to come up here and explain shit, and he said he's working.
no, but like, what's his like? What? Where do you stand with him?
Okay, so what
I'm
happened
interested.
initially was okay, so I was in my car driving, and it was the day after my birthday. On my birthday, Grossly was like, "I'm too sick to call you. I can't use my voice." Okay, fine. And then the next day, he was like, "I'm really busy and stressed out." And I was like, "Great, he's avoiding me. I don't give a shit." And then, like, 7 hours later, I get a DM from Brian, and he was like, "This is an emergency. I need to talk to you." And then I called him, and I was driving home, and he was like, "Well, I don't know how to say this." And I was like, "Just come on. Just tell me. It's fine. I
Uh
will
huh.
handle it." You know, and
And
it's
what
like
was
in the
it?
back of my mind, I always kind of knew, which is probably why I like never trusted Grossly. But like basically, he was like, "Well, Grossly's in a VC right now talking to a prostitute," and and I had no like, I had no
What
doubt in my
L for
mind that
him?
he was trying to make a locale out of her. Like, no, like I'm sure that's what all it was. Like, that's I don't care regardless. But like, it was just the fact that and then he tried to turn around and be like, "I was at the hospital." And it's like, "You weren't, dude. Like, you weren't." Like, and it's fine. Like, I don't care what you do, but I do care if you lie to me. And then he just turned it ar oh, and then Brian, like, I was like, "Well, this is the last thing I said to him." Took a screenshot because I was driving, I couldn't read it, and I sent it to him, and it had, like, this tiny piece of information. It was, like, the first name of somebody and, you know, no other information. It wasn't a docs, but it was in a DM to Brian, and Brian was trying to set up this, like, intervention because what Grossly does is kinda fucked up. And, basically, like, that screenshot got put in that group text with, like, 2 people. Again,
Uh huh.
if we look here, doxing is for group chats from his fucking mouth. Like, this is what he says. I sent it to one person, and it did not have any identifying information, really. Like, it was to one person who was his friend who was trying to fucking help him. And what the people in that group chat did was they cropped it so it looked like Brian was putting it in a server, and then Grossly took that cropped screenshot and sent it to a bunch of people to make me look like I'm some, you know, horrible person for sharing this. Meanwhile, like, I didn't even know that was on there, that information. But like, here's the thing: is like that screenshot that he shared it with more people than I did. He didn't put a line through that little part that he wanted. He got so mad at me for, you know, doxing.
One of the things that I'm really sick of is men acting like they're all just normies outside of the sector because they're fucking not and they know it. Grossly saying, "Oh, I'm married and I have kids." Why does everyone fucking say like, bro? I don't give a fuck if you're married and have kids. If you spend all of your day in your garage doing drugs and recording like YouTube videos with a mask on, at the end of the fucking day, none of you are normies, and men need to stop trying to like pretend that they are above the sector and that they are like not degenerate and that they are anti all of that shit, because none of them are. And the sooner they fucking take that black pill and they realize that all of us are degenerate just for being here, the better. Because at the end of the fucking day, like, we all know that this is a fucking act. And I don't know why it's become trendy to like pretend to be some base, normal,
No, it's
functioning
like no,
person.
it's become trendy to drive people crazy and then make them look to like they're crazy, but it's like you are literally trying to get this response, which is that's the fucked up part. Is like the fact that these people are trying to get a certain response that is going design, and then they take it like Shamu, for example, like they take
Ugh.
it and they turn it into like a fucking five series documentary that is like doesn't make the people look good ever. Like, why
Like
don't you
the thing
make a
that I'm
fucking I want to make a documentary on them, you know, just be like, this is how it is. Like, you know, these people, I'm a notorious truth teller. No, you're not. You're a fucking liar. Like, come on. That's
Do you
like
think
what
he's
his tag
watching right now? Do you think Grossly's watching
if he's
right now?
not working, then yeah, he's probably seething.
Oh, Miss Cappy's whining. She just said on Discord, yeah, someone sent it 'cause she's still talking about her out of context screenshot. Found it wild that she was showing crop
I had
DMs of us.
many.
Bro,
Oh, yeah,
no
no,
one's
I
gonna
was
read
sharing
this.
DMs. I don't care
No
to
one's
like
gonna read
resolve
this.
this with her. That's why, like, but I can
No one's
put this
gonna
out
read
because
her
this
messages.
was me trying to tell people what has happened to drive me to this point of the joke that I made in my public server that I took down because it was such a huge offense to everybody.
No, like, I'm sorry, Miss Cappy was like, not her calling others incel, she's the epitome of femcel. Posting her glow dick in here for what? What? That wasn't even me. That was fucking your friend, crazy.
What?
Embarrassing.
No, I have a glow dick.
Cool you fuck yourself. Not her talking about Maxi now. She's a little
Well, they
porcelain now.
fuck everybody. I can fuck myself. Like,
What
why
the
are they gonna
fuck
judge me?
is Cappy, bro, Cappy, take a Xanax.
I
Like, if
think
you're
she's
watching,
upset. No, she has. Okay, and I
if she's
have like
watching,
so much audio
take a
of her
Xanax.
just spurging, dude, just spurging out. And I played it on, I think it was my last one, but it's this loopy like track. She's like, "What are you even good at? What are you even good at? Like, you're just waiting for your mom to die." Like, I was like, dude, why do you think I care?
Cappy just needs to eat a bullet, like, honestly. Because at
She's
the end,
probably has like she's very fat.
if she ate a bullet, then maybe we wouldn't have to deal with this. Because the thing is, like, when you read her Discord messages, this literally is just like a shit post you would see on Poll, like, as a joke. Like, there's no way this is a real person. Like, Miss Cappy is like, this is like, this is someone that you see, like, on Family Guy, like a Family Guy character. This is like not a
Yeah,
real
it's
person. Like,
no, but
there's no
she is,
way.
and she's a very manipulative person, and she does it behind this like, ah, I'm innocent, I'm a victim, and it's like, no, dude, you're definitely
Wait,
not.
put on the screen the photo of her.
Oh, that meme? I don't have it.
No,
Oh,
the
wait,
photo of her
of her
neck.
neck? No, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna do that because
don't
then
do
she'll
it.
cry. She'll be like,
Do it.
they
Who
were
cares?
mean to
Who
me.
cares?
No,
It's
but
me.
okay,
It's me.
fine. Okay, fine, fine. I
She
will.
can have it out with me. This has nothing to do with Chuckles. Just a disclaimer, Miss Cappy. This
Okay,
is
so
entirely my
yeah,
decision.
just so we are
Blame
all
me.
aware of how fucking crazy this girl is. Like this girl's like she's like she uses filters. Like bitch, I'm a fucking piece of pasta. This is very obvious that it is a filter. I was not born this way. Like what are you trying to fucking prove? Like I don't get it. Like
Where's the neck photo? The neck clip.
yeah, I don't know. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Let's see. She's this is something that she
Basically,
posted too. So this is
she cut
not.
her neck. No, it's in the public domain. You're fine. She cut her neck, right? And she like sliced her neck up for attention to try and self harm to get grossly to pay attention, and then like it looks like a clit, like it looks like a permanent clit on the side of her neck, and it's really
Yeah,
funny. Hang on, I've
It's
got it.
disgusting, actually. Oh, and I just found some
This is my
server
favorite.
screenshots of Smiling Bandit being the,
No,
undercover spy because he thinks he's
have a look at this. I
gonna
sent it
get
to
laid
you.
or something virtually. I'm not sure why he does it.
This is my favorite. This is the keynote. She can't do it. She can't flag this because
Hold
it's
on.
not got her face in it. So it's like there's nothing in it that's flaggable. But I just think this might be the funniest Miss Cappy screenshot like ever. Like she was self-harming to try and get Grossly's attention, and she ended up with like a literal clit on the side of her neck. Like,
No, I think this was prior, but she did threaten. She
oh, this
did
was another man.
like grossly told me that she sent photos of her cut up legs to him. And I'm like, that is so sad, bitch. And you're gonna talk shit on me.
She's stealing my bit. What the fuck?
Okay, so here we have the clit neck. So
this
this is what happens. Like,
is my
obviously, this
favorite.
person is not entirely sane, right? Like, this is an example of what could happen, like cosmetically, if you decide to, injure yourself like this. And it doesn't look like the plastic surgeon did a very good job at, making it look normal again. So that's what that looks like. And I'm disturbed. Okay.
It's like, okay, like if we analyze it right, you can see like there's little veins on the side. It's like it's
Yeah, but she's
pulling.
gonna come
It
at me for my appearance and my
it wants
age, and
to
it's like, bitch, you have a clit on
it,
your neck, dude. Like,
it
you
wants
have a
to
fucking clit
escape.
on your neck.
It's well, that brings a whole other meaning to the phrase
Yeah,
flicking the
but
bean.
okay, and then when she does display this to people, why would you try to like provoke this person? Clearly, they're insane. Like, why would you fuck with this person? Like, that is, and that's another level of the autism. Like, what would make you think that this is a good idea to like provoke this person and engage with this person and then support this person for your own sick amusement? Like, it's like you're giving her the fuel and energy she needs to feel justified to spurg out, and you're just gonna sit there and enjoy it. Like, that's weird. Like, she needs
Like
help. Like, this isn't helpful.
Like this might be like, imagine you wake up, right? You've just spent a night with this woman, and then you just look and that's staring at you. Like that bean is just there. It's just there. It's in your eyes. You see it when you first wake up, you turn around, you look on your side and it's there,
Yeah, I know. It's
glaring
like,
at you. Like, I mean, that's scary. Like that's some fucking Stephen King shit. Like I don't know. I feel
this is
bad, but
from her server. This is like something. This is like
do we have the thigh pictures?
I don't have any pictures of her. I have
I'm
pictures
gonna
of.
try and
I have pictures of her
manipulate this
I
person.
have actually. We could do I have DMs of Grossly telling me the exact same opposite of what he told her.
Miss Cappy just says on Discord, "Oh well, she doesn't even know it's me. Doesn't know me. It's fine."
Does it know
And then she
what?
said, "I think it's a cool scar. I wish I didn't do it, but I have to live with it. Oh well."
What, this?
Okay, I think you should put this on screen because this might be the biggest fucking L. Like she
Like, it
just
looks like it's twisted or something. Like, it
she
looks like
just this is
it
what
looks
she
like a
just
very
said.
long nipple or something.
Miss Cappy, can you send us your thigh pictures to prove that you actually cut your thighs? I'm a good
Yeah.
connoisseur.
Yeah,
I'm a good
we need to look at these so
I'm a
that.
good
But she
connoisseur.
thinks, because the guys are telling her, like, condoning this shit, she thinks that she's justified on this spurg out docs bullshit that she's been doing. And that's, it's like I understand that you're stupid and psycho and dumb. Well, actually, that double negative. Okay, so she's dumb and psycho, right? But like, you don't need to make my life an inconvenience about it.
This
Like,
is what I
I
keep
can't stand
saying.
that shit.
I keep saying to people, it's not my fault that you're like ugly and poorer than me, but like it's not my problem. You don't need to talk about it, my friend. Like I know.
Wait. Oh, she said that?
Like, no, look, I just sent you a screen cap of what she just said. It's her
Oh.
coping. It's her coping right now live. And she's crying about like us mentioning her scar. It's like,
It's
my dude, you
don't
sent that. She
Yeah,
sent
she
this.
sent that.
She sent it to a Discord of like 100 people. Like, she wasn't even
But
catfish. She fully
it
sent
would
it.
be so fun. Like yesterday, you should have seen on Brian's stream. Like, I was on Brian's stream just doing my thing. Actually, Brian asked me about it. He played the video that I made of her. And then she decided to call in and use that opportunity to do her monologue that we've already heard several times. Like, I don't think anyone
Someone
is
asked
really
me
enjoying that. Like,
how's
I
my
don't.
dad's tax problems. My dad doesn't even live in the country. He's not paying any tax. I'm out of Trollcow is a 50-year-old housewife living at home with a dozen cats in a council flat, wearing only house coats. I mean, I'm 21 for starters, but I appreciate you telling me things about myself I didn't
Yeah,
even
no,
know.
I love that. I learn a lot about
I
myself.
learned so much about myself every day. But Miss Cappy is like, I'm trying to see if will she be enough of a will she be cowardly, or will she show her thighs?
Oh,
Like,
she'll only show her fat tits, not any other
Miss
fat.
Cappy, if you're a boss bitch, show us the self-harm. If you're a boss
No, this because
bitch,
I don't think that's with TOS.
yeah, I'll censor it out so you can
Okay.
get the gist of it. Docs the
But I just think that is
self-harm.
so manipulative on so many levels, and it's like that is what you condone and support.
Uh, but you did say on Twitter you're taking a break. I am taking a break, but like, you know, I have to wait a while before I begin treatment, don't I? Like, it's not gonna begin 3 hours after my tweet.
And this is
Um,
something that this is very, very common that we see anytime there's a young woman who puts herself out there. It's the same exact shit. Like, I've seen it for Grace, I've seen it for you, I've seen it for Cappy, and it's like, because I'm not 21, I'm an old broad, so it's like that's what you have to look forward to.
yeah.
You'll never win with an incel, ever.
Someone said Elaine condoned swatting against people that deserve it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's like that's what I don't understand. It's like, how are you supposed to respond with things that they do that are really fucked up? Like, are you just supposed to sit there and take it?
Like,
Like,
if you look at the people that have been swatted, most of them were either child molesters or sex pests. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna feel bad about that. Like, I'm not gonna cry about like a child molester getting their door kicked in. I'm sorry, my bad. Like, in the
uh,
night
well, the family that lives there, they're innocent.
my face, yeah, no, most of these people are living by themselves, obviously. Like, my channel is this. Uh,
Oh,
Elaine
I'll
isn't
mod
swatting
you.
anyone.
I need to.
Oh, I don't know why it didn't put the anyway. But the thing
Oh,
is,
and when I went to your server the first time, I was instructed, you gotta get out of there. And also, I think that they do this like control thing. It's like they're doing it for your safety, but like they're just,
they don't. They're concern trolling you, and you should just tell them to kill themselves because, like,
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's completely up to people what they do on the internet. And I am like real tired of people trying to pretend that they care about my safety and then posting in my thread. Like, I'm sorry, but like I will have people concern troll me and then post my DMs with them in my thread. And it's like, well, how can
I
you
didn't,
be
okay,
more
and I didn't ask you to dox that guy or swat him or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, I was grateful that you did it, but I never requested it, right? For the
Yeah, no, I
record.
did it because
Okay.
he deserved it because the
Because he was
guy
doing it to
is a
me.
the
Exactly. It's like
guy's a
what you
perv.
do, you get like it's called reciprocation. Like there's a mutual type of like give and take in friendships and relationships, and people don't really understand what cause and effect is. Like they just understand effect or whatever the fuck it is that they're, brainwashed to believe. Then we have distinction as well.
um
Brainwashed, and very sheep-like mentality. Sheep.
Like, honestly, I'm very tired of people pretending that, like, you know, it's so transparent. People being like, "Oh my god, why didn't you touch some grass?" and then proceeding to like type to type in my thread and attach all of the DMs I had with that person. It's like, how much can you give a fuck about me if you're gonna go do that? Like, all these concern trolls are the same types of people that would have their pronouns in their bio. I know all of those motherfuckers outside of the sector have their pronouns in their bio. Like, honestly.
I have a sorry. What? I got somebody sent me a friend request and I was like, I don't really want more friends. But I wasn't listening because I heard the noise.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, right.
I'm sorry. Oh, what'd she say?
Apparently Cappy's going to self-harm Docs to prove that she is the supreme cutter and not an attention seeker like me, apparently.
That's not
So,
attention seeking at all.
but like, let's see if she lives up to this. I want
I
to
mean,
be
she
impressed.
might but like at the end of the day, it doesn't make people care more about her.
Like at the
Like,
end of the
what is
day,
she trying to get out of this? This is what I don't get. Is like, why are you gatekeeping internet dick? It's weird. It's not even an accessible thing for anybody.
Cappy says she would do it if I get on camera. Apparently with no filter or makeup on. I mean, I do that in my videos. Like that's
Yeah,
literally my
no,
YouTube
she
videos.
copes by telling
What?
herself that like, these are you can't Photoshop a live stream. Like that's what I don't get.
Like if I really have to, like I can do that for this
There's a
for this
touch up thing like in this software, but like you can't do what you can do on Photoshop, like on a live stream, and just a huge cope for her because she can't accept the fact that like somebody who's older than her.
Oh, she said she would do it if Chuckles would. Like apparently she wants you to get on camera with
I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing shit for her.
like at the end of the day, she like the offer was made to her first. Chuckles will
I
definitely
have
for
made
sure.
many live streams with my real
Chuckles will
face.
definitely get on camera
Many.
with no makeup on for sure, totally real, right? And then if
No, I won't
Cappy,
do it without makeup. Sorry. I'm
fair,
why?
it's
Why? So you can
professionalism.
make more memes about me? Like, because you think it's funny to like spam every fucking Discord server with
I mean,
pictures
you
of me
look,
from 10 years
you're
ago?
you've got good bone structure, so I don't know. I don't feel like
She
you would look
doesn't
very
believe
different.
that it exists because she's in denial about because she's ugly.
Why do women always say to prettier girls like you use a filter? You put so like I had someone literally like I took
She
a
should
photo.
use a filter, like, she might benefit from it.
I took a
Everyone would,
photo.
everyone who's looking at her.
I
But you
literally took a
can't
photo of my hair with the warmth filter on, and I was smiling, and it had the saturation on, and then I had a bunch of Kiwis being like, "This is Elaine in HD. This is me with this. This is the one with the filter. You guys are saying the one that I look worse in is the one with the filter on. Like how it? Like what? Like the fucking degrees of cope.
but, like,
That
there's
it's
but then
wild.
again, nobody says shit when, Grossly's behind his rubber mask. That's completely okay. We've never seen his face or him without anything,
He's been
like
doxxed.
what do you mean he's been doxxed?
Apparently he's been doxxed, but someone said Trollcar actually speculating why women are terrible to each other. 0 out of 10 self-awareness. I'm terrible to everyone, not just women. I just
I
want to
don't
let
think
you.
you're terrible. I don't think you're terrible at
I
all.
feel like people
I
think
felt like you're
me.
like the Robin Hood of like you did more for me in like one day than like Grossly did in the 4 months that I knew him.
I feel
Like
like with me, people just be like, she hates other women. No, no, I hate everyone. Like, why can't people
no,
understand that?
no,
Like,
I hate everyone too, but like there's people who are good people and there's people who are bad people. Cappy is a bad manipulative person. Grossly is a bad manipulative person. And you can tell because they're always asking people to do shit for them. Like they're always in need. Like the reason why a bunch of these people are here right now is on behalf of Grossly because Grossly doesn't have the balls to talk about the shit that he did or does.
I mean, the thing is, all these guys will call themselves like mega trolls, and they send in literally Cappy, a retarded schizo with a bean on her neck. It's like, bro, is this your best? Are
Yeah,
you
no,
sending your
and but
best?
don't pin her against me. Like I have enough issues like on my own. Like I'm out, I basically am a professional clown. Not today, but like sometimes I say funny things if you're listening. But like don't make your need to like make people spurg out like my issue. You know, like, that's the fucked up part. It's like, I didn't fucking ask for this shit. She loves it because she needs attention all the time to, like, survive and stuff. I'm like, "Get away from me, everybody. Don't fucking talk to me, anybody," like, type of girl.
Grossly just said something that doesn't make sense.
What?
So Zoom said that Grossly said Chuckles is a piece of pasta because she's always so heated when you add her to water it boils. Since when did water
Well,
boil when you add pasta to it? It's meant to boil before you put the
I don't
pasta
get
in it.
it. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
no, you don't get it because it's stupid. It's
Wait,
retarded. It doesn't make sense.
can you say that one more time just because, like, is
Right.
this an attempt at a joke or something? Like,
Let me explain this.
grossly,
Grossly
grossly.
said that Chuckles is a piece of pasta because she's always so heated that when you add her to water, it boils. Since when did pasta make water boil?
I do though, because I
Am
think
I
it's because I'm
missing
so
something?
hot.
Slay. Am I missing something? Or does that make no sense?
I think I just made it funny, but like it wasn't before.
Like I feel like that like wow, like that is like that is the kind of thing that you should just like read before you type out. Like, right? Like, does Grossly ever read his own messages before he hits send? I'm just
Oh,
wondering.
mm,
No,
I don't know.
he
I
doesn't.
sometimes I don't even read them though. Like, you know, sometimes the receiver does. Like that's what happened with that cropped screenshot that made it look like Brian was crazy. He literally tried to say that Brian and me are crazy.
Brian's based.
Yeah, like they were both live yesterday. Brian had twice as many viewers, but
Like,
he's crazy. What?
me and I always say to Brian, like I said on Twitter the other day, me and Brian have just the right amount of autism and obsession and like humor to make people's
Yeah, no,
lives
I get along
miserable.
with him, or I did before. You know, I mean, I don't know if he hates me or not. Everyone hates me. It's fine.
I feel like no. I am literally so hated that I managed to get cancelled among normies and Kiwi farmers. Like, how is that possible? Like, how is it possible that I'm cancelled by like the normies and like the sector? Like, I thought that it was one or the other. Like, I thought if I'm not a like insane incel Nazi shut-in, then I'll be like this like activist goddess and all the normies will love me. And then that didn't work. And it's like, well,
No, I
now
think that
now I'll be
you're
like the
Robin Hood of the female.
and now I'm just cancelled by everyone. It's great.
It's
It's
because
fun.
the incels have such a large influence, like their opinion, which is wrong.
Shall we kill all men? I feel like we should kill all
Hmm.
men. Yes. Men are the problem. If we killed every man, every issue in the world would be fixed. Think about
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it.
people as well, like just people. 100% of the Earth's problems are due to people, which is something that people don't understand because they keep making more.
But like think about all the politics, all of the political issues, the pollution,
Is this a challenge, sir?
you couldn't kill all the men on your best date. Okay, I could kill every man. Like I know how to kill men. I know what kills them. All you,
You
it's
just
so
step on their
no,
balls.
no. You just reject them once on Discord, and
Oh, I
they'll just
know. You know,
it
it
will
was
kill
it
them.
was it was very, very, very empowering when Grossly unblocked me to spaz out, and then I got to block him. Like me
Oh,
first this time.
oh
Me
yes,
fucking first. Victory.
yes,
This is my
girl boss,
comeback. Like I
girl
blocked
boss.
you first. And it was like mid, while he was saying, I think the last thing he got in there was like, "You're unhinged." And I'm like, no, you are unhinged.
Someone said you'd get tired, take a break, and make an excuse to lay down. To be honest, that's probably accurate. Like
Yeah, no, it's
I'd have an
exhausting.
asthma attack. I'd be like, sorry, 1 minute, so hold my AK-47 before I shoot up this place full of men because I'm having asthma. Like I need a
This
break.
is also true. So,
Uh,
yeah.
women can't even handle a spider. I love spiders. I actually have no
I
problem. I have no problem with
mm,
spiders. I have a problem with. I don't like dogs, which is weird, but I like
dogs?
spiders. Is it just me? But
You
our
don't like
dogs.
dogs?
Well, in Russia,
Okay,
dogs are
Russian
not.
dogs.
No, but in Russia, dogs are not considered cute. They're considered straight. Like no one has dogs as pets. They're just straight. So like when you, like the thing is in England, it's weird because it's like you see people walking their dogs. In Russia, there's so many fucking stray dogs that you spend half of your life walking down the street worrying if you're either going to be killed by Russian chavs,
Like,
aka aka Gopnik, or if you're going to be killed by a dog. So,
Elaine.
hi.
Juice.
Brian!
What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Brian!
I've only got
Pope.
like 2 minutes because I'm getting stuff. I just got home.
There's so much drama.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to be wrapped up in it. Because Chuckles is here. It's her show. Chuckles,
It's too late. You're wrapped up in it.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, I am. Once again, I'm trying not to be wrapped up.
I was trying not to be wrapped up in
now,
it too, but
it's pissing me off
Grossly,
because,
insisted on making his lolcow content out of
look,
Pappy.
I don't know. Look, I don't want to be wrapped up in it. I just want you to say on air. I'm going to actually say this on air, and I know you're going to agree with it because there's no fucking way you wouldn't, or it'd just be a lie, right? I'm not involved in this between you and Grossly, am I?
You are.
How? How?
Because and I explained this earlier, like how you're involved.
Sitting here because I haven't been watching your stream.
I mean, it's not your fault, but you are involved.
It's not my fault, but I'm involved. How am I involved?
Because this, you know how you're involved. I don't need to explain this again.
All right.
The screenshot that I sent you was sent in a DM, which if you see here is completely okay only for some people.
You're talking about when this was supposed to be private and this was going to be talked to between friends of Grossly?
This
other
thing,
friends of Grossly?
Are you looking at the screen?
Yeah, but that's not really... Okay.
This is something he said in a server.
You're talking about
this is in a DM, everybody.
Hold on,
is a
Chuckles.
server.
Hold on.
What?
You're talking about the day this happened, Chuckles. I'm going to just address that now. Chuckles, yeah. I didn't know that you and him were in a relationship.
Either did I.
Neither did I.
Wait, you didn't know you were in a relationship with him? You said he loved you. Told me the day this happened. You were telling me
but that's
loved you.
People say a lot of things on the internet.
What, are you lying now?
I'm not lying.
Okay, well then I'm going to correct the record since you're pissing me off now. So let's put this in perspective. You tell me this fucking guy and you, as soon as you find out this dude's like in a voice call with some fucking porn star, is that he's been love bombing
you.
Well,
because my birthday was the day.
Hold on, bro.
No. I'm making content out of it because it's funny.
He's been face doxing you. His kid's been doxed to you. You've been talking about.
Yeah, but I guess he does that to everybody.
You tell me, no, stop. You tell me all this shit the moment you find out he's with some fucking porn star in a voice call. I didn't know any of that. I didn't even ask you for any of that. You just fucking told me all that. And the first thing I do is I go and try to...
Brian, you're not getting the story right.
I am getting the fucking story right. That's exactly true.
Brian.
Look, you're not going to keep dragging my name into this because now I've...
Okay, so this is what happened. Brian called me very dramatically to tell me, I got to tell you something. It's really important. I don't know how I'm going to say this.
You're not going to mute me and do this shit on your show.
No, but you're not telling the story accurately.
Stop throwing my name out there. Stop dragging me into your bullshit between you and him.
That's what I wanted to do as well.
Last week, Friday, when I left your fucking server over the Plate Gang shit, I told you, go do you, do what you're going to do. And that if he was loving you, saying he loved you and all this shit, that I'm sorry and that sucks and all this shit, but you guys should just work the fucking shit out or do what you're going to do. And that's...
No, he blocked me.
Yeah, he blocked you.
Yeah.
He blocked you. But I did not get involved in your shit. The day this shit happened...
But the reason why I knew about this shit was because of you.
Yeah, because how the fuck am I supposed... Hold on, bro.
Why would you tell me that if you didn't know, like, anything?
Because I didn't know you were dating this motherfucker.
But why did you tell me then? Why did you tell me then? Why did you call me... Wait, why did you call me so dramatic about this?
I'm not a mind reader, Chuckles. I don't know shit until you fucking tell me. You fucking tell me you're dating this fucking guy. No. And you find out all this shit, and then
you can't date somebody on the internet who lives in another country.
It wasn't my fault because my crime was trying to fucking get my friend out of a stupid situation between a fucking woman and him because he's fucking stupid if he's love bombing you, and that's the fucking truth. And then other fucking people, faggots like fucking Shamu, fuck you, and fucking Yimli, fuck you. You two retards made this into a big deal. This shouldn't even be a fucking stream.
Yeah, I hate Shamu.
You shouldn't. It shouldn't even be in a fucking stream. I'm the only real nigga that's trying to reach out to him. I tried to call Grossly not once, not twice, multiple times to talk to this nigga one-on-one because this is a 5-minute conversation that would resolve instantly. And faggots make it a big deal. And then faggots take it to Ethan fucking Ralph and bring it up to this fucking guy who's now DMing me asking questions about who the fuck you are, Chuckles, because they're faggots and they don't know when to shut the fuck up and make sure that their friend doesn't get fucking divorced or some worse shit because you're fucking faggots. So stop, Chuckles.
I don't know what you're saying.
Chuckles, I don't want my name brought in this. I left your server on Friday the moment I told you that.
Brian, can I ask you a question, please?
No.
I let you spurg out all this time.
No, because you just fucking did all this shit. Stop bringing my name up.
I just want to ask you a question.
I don't want to be brought up in this anymore.
Okay, I will, but I'm gonna keep bringing you up unless you let me ask you this question.
Ask the stupid question, then I gotta go.
Why did you hit me up on that day to let me know that he was talking to a porn star? Out of all of the girls that he talks to, why did you call me and let me know very dramatically?
What are you talking about?
You hit me up. You're like, I have to tell you something. I don't know how to tell you. Like, you don't remember this conversation?
Nope.
You're lying.
Wait, okay. Brian, are you still friendly with Grossly?
Yeah, I still tell the guy.
Why did you come to me with that information? Right. Why would you come to me with that information?
Hang on a minute.
He messaged me yesterday during that stream, and he was like, you did this and that. And I tried to talk to the guy in the DMs. It seemed like it was a positive fucking conversation because I was like, bro,
he's just trying to clear his own
what
name.
It is between you and a fucking woman. I didn't want to be in between you and a fucking woman.
Then why did you tell me?
Out of the fucking woman. It's your fucking relationship with this dude.
So you knew. You knew, or you assumed.
Hold on, bro. I didn't see a big deal, and you are fucking telling me you're talking to this fucking guy or whatever. I don't even fucking know, bro. You and your shit need to stay the fuck over there. I'm not involved in it. My involvement was quite literally...
but you were involved.
No,
that's why you told me.
Chuckles, my involvement is quite literally walking into a situation and getting fucking stuck between two people that I was friendly with, and my name keeps getting dragged around and lied about. And all
well, you can drag my name around and use
I'm not
me
dragging
for your
your
content.
Fucking name around, am I? I'm not doing streams about this. I'm not talking about it privately.
No, but you did it with Cappy's shit. That's never ending.
No, bitch. This is the first time I brought this up publicly anywhere. I've been trying to avoid this like the fucking plague.
Why?
Because I don't want my fucking friend to get a fucking divorce. And you stupid bitch, telling him you're going to get his kid taken away? Fuck you.
I never said that.
Fuck you. Yes, you did, you stupid bitch.
No,
you called on my show and you said you're going to get Grossly's kid taken away.
I said I don't want to.
Fuck you, Chuckles. That's a shitty thing to do.
You know what? You know what he said to me? You know what he said to me, Brian? He told me that I should be grateful that he didn't dox my address, my phone number, and my nudes.
Well, that's okay. You and fucking him, bro. That's not me.
You're fucking... I'm sorry. I can't deal with this fucking spurg. Like, that's so fucked up.
Okay,
he's gonna say he's gonna deny that he had any involvement in this when that was like literally the information that he came to me with, and I was driving, and that's why I sent him the screenshot initially. He didn't take any fucking responsibility either, and I'm fucking tired of it.
I think the thing is, it's because it's like kind of awkward because Brian's friends with Grossly, and then there's that whole like it's a bit of a mess. I don't think Brian has ill will towards you or Grossly.
No,
I think he
does.
It's a bit like
I think he's angry.
It's a bit of a situation. It's kind of similar to me because Grossly tried to throw Godwinson under the bus, and it put me in a position where it's like, well, yeah.
Okay, so
it was
for
a bit
the record,
awkward.
everybody, this woman has met Godwinson, and why don't you explain the dick situation in detail? You've seen it, right? It's fully intact.
So yeah, yes. So
okay, then debunked. So
So to explain this, the situation that I'm in is that obviously Brian's my friend, but at the same time, Grossly did publicly go on a live video and make up what was an attempt at a life ruination lie about Godwinson, which obviously I wasn't going to stand for. And that doesn't mean that I have a problem with Brian being friends with Grossly, but at the same time, I can't exactly stand by Grossly after that, because I mean the whole thing was quite literally made up out of thin air just to try and slander Godwinson. But on top of everything else, and the thing that I'm most annoyed about is that Grossly did make up fake allegations trying to frame Godwinson as a
and he tried to frame me as a crazy person. He tried to frame but it's really weird to me that Brian is covering for Grossly because he doesn't want beef with Grossly because everyone's so scared of Grossly for what reason exactly?
Like, the thing is, I mean, with me, it's like I don't really have a huge mega issue with Grossly, but at the same time, I think he's a bit of a fag because, you know, it's what am I supposed to do in a
To make a whole
situation?
stream about someone's dick when you're a dude, that is kind of gay.
And it's also sort of like, well, obvious, like he made that without realizing that the fight that me and Godwinson had wasn't real, which meant that essentially he basically just threw me under the bus, Godwinson under the bus for clout, not realizing that I would have an issue with it. And that basically points to what I always say, which is if you have to make up stuff, then you probably don't have content to begin with.
Yeah,
Now,
no, that's all of it.
I
That
don't
you,
have a
if you have to
problem.
orchestrate people,
I don't have a problem with Brian and Grossly being friends. That's just my own personal thing with Grossly. I know
I'm
that,
just tired of fucking dudes yelling at me.
like, I don't know, like,
don't yell
honestly,
at me. I'm a pasta.
I think how I would approach it if I were you, and here's me
I
giving completely unasked for
I would have
advice.
to unblock someone. No.
No. This is me giving completely unwanted advice, as I always do.
Yeah, no, I'm open to this.
Cool. So my unwanted advice is that I'd say, and this is how I do it, because I have a lot of friends that fucking hate each other, and I also have a lot of friends who are friends with people I fucking hate.
I like it when my friends have the same enemies as me.
So,
It's
for
like a bonding
example,
thing.
Ethan Ralph is friends with Joshua Moon, who is basically my arch enemy. But what I do in those situations is I just decide to never ever bring up the person that I don't like that they're friends with, and then everything is fine. If you just decide that you're just gonna block that out, because we have to do
I've been
that.
trying to, but then we have Riza coming up on my panel asking me questions about it still.
Then
For the last 3 streams.
Then just kick them.
Don't let him
Because
on panel.
how
Yeah,
I do
okay.
it, if you kick them, then you're just not gonna get pissed off each time. Because how I do it is when there's people that I don't like that my friends are friends with, I just decide to just never think about them, never mention them, because then
No,
I
that's
know I'm
what
not
I was
gonna get
trying to
mad.
do. But then we
That's
have
the best way to do
grossly
it.
trolls following me around the internet.
I think the best way to do it is eventually, after a while,
Unless you love me, you don't need to stalk me.
If they're posting in threads and stuff like that, it's a whole different thing. But if
Well,
they
I'll
are
just remove myself from the thread. Like, I don't give a shit.
if they're just coming into your YouTube chat, if you continuously block them over and over and over,
I'm
eventually
not gonna block them.
they're gonna run out of emails and phone numbers to be able to do this shit with. But I think, like, how I do it is I honestly, like, I just decide to not bring up certain people that I dislike that my friends are friends
Yeah, no,
with.
I was hoping this
people.
could be the last time I could ever talk about this again and move on with my life. But I just wanted to, like, point out the fact that there are people that are doing things for him for no reason, and I think that that is kind of gay.
I think it is gay for all of the people who are currently relying on herd mentality and personal armies.
Yeah,
For
do it
example,
yourself. DIY. You
I
don't
think
need, if you're a man, that's like the last thing you need is an army of more men to come after a noodle. It's weird.
I feel like the thing is it's just, I guess,
It's gay.
like, believe me, I've been in your position where I was so fucking mad because, like, there was a time on Twitter where everyone was fully in support of Josh, and I was saying, look, I'm not going to go outright and say the guy's a pedo, like everyone says, but what I will say is he hosts sexual exploitation material, and that should be called out.
Exactly, and I'm sure Grossly
day,
does that shit too by recruiting a porn star onto his little, like, lolcow fest.
At the end of the day, the thing is, I realized that during that time period, the best thing that I could do for myself is to just mute Josh and to just ignore everyone that was on about him. And then every time I see it, I just sort of desensitize myself to it, and I just forget that there are people that like him, and I just decide to not look at those tweets or to just not talk about it, because then I don't have to hear about how much they like that person that I don't like. And that's how I would do it. I would literally just basically act as if, I mean,
Yeah, no,
maybe
that's what
that's
but I really wanted to just put this out there. I don't know why Brian came on here and lied. That pissed me off. Like,
I feel like, I mean, for me, it's kind of easy for me to literally cut people out of my brain,
no, it is for
because,
sure. Because I've done
and
this so
it's,
many times,
but
actually.
it's only because there is
But I did
honestly
want to
so
put the
many
truth
people.
out there because I'm really tired of people attacking me for something I didn't fucking do. Like, people are telling me that I doxed somebody and I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with those kinds of accusations is, once you get deeper and deeper into the sector, that's gonna happen all the fucking time. I mean, just look at the shit that the Godwinson had to put up with. This stuff is going to happen a lot, and the best thing you can just do is to honestly to just be like, fuck you, and never
Yeah,
talk
no,
about it again.
I'm gonna make, this is a stream. This is the last stream. This is the last time I will ever address it. You can continue to stalk me. It's gonna be great for my views and my watch hours. I think eventually you're gonna fall in love with me because that's what happens. But
Miss Cappy
yeah,
is saying that she has a
no,
scar on her arm that's 7 inches long.
wow, that's really impressive. That's
You know,
as
here's
big
the
as my
thing.
dildo.
I'm gonna ask because I'm interested. Because there are 2 types of self-harmers. There are the based types
She's
who are,
the type who's just
well,
doing it
there
for
are the ones that are
manipulation
based.
reasons.
There are the ones that are based, and they're like the ones that are based just like the aesthetic, and they just like blood, and they just like the feel of it. And then you get the gay cringe ones who are like,
I'm doing
so
this over your
edgy.
head. No, there's people who, like Cappy, who threaten self-harm to get people to be on board with whatever the fuck they want.
Like,
And that's what you support when you support Cappy, okay?
like the thing is, Cappy says, like, I asked her why she self-harmed. She says I'm crazy. It's like, okay, yeah, bitch, so am I. But, like, you know, that's really not an answer. Like, you can elaborate on your crazy. Like, I elaborate on my crazy. Like, I'm very, like, I'm overly aware of, like, everything that's wrong with me and everything that's not wrong with me. Like, I feel like I actually am
Yeah, no, I
overly
don't need help
self-aware.
making fun of myself, okay? I don't
Like,
need help. I
I
got
feel
it.
like I'm overly self-aware in the sense that, like, I have a lot of people being like, she has no self-awareness, bro. Just because I don't go out here and I don't say to everyone, hey, I'm like a fucking insane sociopath swatter on the internet who should probably be in a fucking asylum, and I have a job, but that's about the only thing I have going for me in real life. I don't say that. That doesn't mean that I don't know it. Okay, like, I have people acting here like I don't know that shit about myself. It's like, thanks. thank you for like trying to get me to come out here and just air all of my insecurities. Like,
No, I like to do that because, you know what? I would rather make an ass out of myself than provoke somebody else to kill themselves.
yeah, I mean, like, honestly, as far as I see it, I am so desensitized to everything people say that I don't
But
think
if
there's
that
anything
makes me a bad person because I don't want to manipulate people, then so
like,
be
honestly,
it.
at this point, like, nothing people say anymore has any effects, and that's probably bad because it also means that good things don't have an effect. But I'm so used to hearing the same criticisms of myself every day that, like, at this point
Why do
it's
you think
like
I'm a pasta right now? Because I can't be my real face because
what
everybody who is ugly will have something to say about it.
when people call, like, when you're a kid, right, and you're at school and you were in school and
Like,
people called you
okay,
people
sorry,
called you
quick thing.
stupid, like, it didn't mean
Yeah.
anything. It doesn't mean anything because you're so
No,
used to hearing those
I
insults.
feel like people didn't say that shit or I wasn't listening
Like,
or
when, you know,
something.
when kids would say to each other, "You're stinky" or whatever, it's like that. That seems dumb to us because it's like
Because it
because we're
is. Yeah.
desensitized to that. But, like, you can be like that with everything people say, and
Yeah, no,
that's
I
like where
am
I
like
am.
that. 100%. Like
That's
everything. And then I
totally
have to
where I am.
remind myself that sometimes, because sometimes, like, you know, I'm like, oh no, I'm scared. And then, but like at the end of the day, like they're just words.
I don't. I
Like,
feel
and I'm
like
gonna,
I have
you know,
lost
and I
the
feel
ability to
hypocritical because I
be
make jokes about really dark topics. They're jokes, but like it's not like I condone these things. I just know they exist. And I'm
like
gonna, you know, make fun of how stupid they are because
I I honestly
Yeah.
wish I got more affected by things people say, because I sometimes feel like it's quite bad that,
No,
like,
you don't.
but, like, the thing is, when people say shit to me, like, the shit people say to me is the kind of shit that would make normies, like, self-harm. But it's like, I literally have heard it so many times that, like, after a while, like, you can only hear something so many times before it, like, loses meaning. Like, people saying that I'm BPD, or people saying that I'm a
Yeah, it's
psychopath,
like,
or
are
that
you a
I.
fucking psychologist or something? Or like, do you know the context of anything or no?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
like after a while, I'd kind of just be like, well, you've said it so many times that, like, at this point, you might as well just call me a stinky poo poo head, because it has
Mm.
exactly the same fucking result. It's dumb, and it's
Like, but the thing is, what gets people to like get provoked and triggered is like usually when you say something that's true and it resonates with them. For example, Brian earlier.
yeah. I mean, I feel like Brian's just in a little bit of an awkward position, because, like,
I
he's.
don't know if he's trying to make content or what, but uh,
I mean, I feel like
I don't like it when
people.
he didn't take accountability for the way that he presented this information to me. It was a very urgent matter, and I was driving home. I didn't, you know, I didn't really appreciate that. I never doubted Grossly was trying to make a lolcow out of someone. That's what he does.
I mean, people have done that with, like, the thing. How I see it is, at a certain point, like, you'll learn not to go into certain discords, not to talk to certain people, not to get into DMs with certain people, and that's kind of shit that I had to learn the hard way. And, like, when you look at my friends now, there's barely anything coming from Discord, because I had to sort of just learn, at the end of the day, when there are people that are, like, so lacking of self-awareness themselves, they are going to take anything you say and make it into a headline and make it into clickbait. Like, there is some guy who is, like, literally an ex of mine called Connor Clayton, and he posts on Onion Farms under the name Nectargeist, and he's fucking obsessed with me. He also posted child porn of me. But anyway, he on Kiwi Farms, but that's a different thing. But he is so obsessed with me that he essentially will post anything that I post on Twitter in my thread. And it's like, well, I'm posting this on Twitter because I want everyone to see it. So I don't really understand the point of reposting it in my thread. You're just giving me a shout out. And he'll write his huge commentaries under it. And it's like, no one reads this. Like, and these people, they'll do themselves in. You
There
don't you
are
don't
people
even
that
need
do
to.
read it though, and
I
those
mean,
people are like
mostly
really
mostly the
negative.
only people that read it are them and their sock account. Like, I'm telling you, no one is gonna read,
There are people that
like,
read
a.
it, but there's people who also just like love negative shit. Like they will choose negative shit over positive shit every time.
Like, at the end of the day, it's like people. These people, they'll tend to fuck themselves over. Like Nectar Geist, for example. Like, I mean, he fucking posts without a VPN on, like, and he doesn't seem to realize that, like, he's these people are dumb, because, like, the guy that was obsessed with me was the previous site admin. So obviously I had everyone's IPs on there for a bit. So it's like, why are these people posting in my thread as if I didn't save a screen cap of everything Michael Furlow sent me about all of you? Like, I'm just interested. Like, these
How do
people
you
really.
organize all your screenshots?
So I have a file. Like, I use files. I have, like, I what I do is I create, like, a folder for each topic. So I'll have, like, a Kiwi Farms folder where I'll have all of the doxes and data on Kiwis, and then I'll have, like, one for Onion. I'll have one for, like, Discord degenerates, and then I'll have one for, like. So and then what I'll do is I'll create, like, each person a file in each segment, so that, like, so that it's. I mean, I'm super organized with this shit. Like, if I if someone says to me a name that they want docs, there's like a 99% chance I already have a folder on them. Like, but at the end of the day, I'm not like, I don't really care that much about these people to the point where it's like, I need to know who's trolling me. It's more just that I'm, like, kind of obsessed with information. Like, I want to be able to know who's who and who's posting what. Just for the sake of it
Yeah,
being
what's with
there.
this name changing? It's confusing. Can we all just like keep the name consistent? So I
Like,
know who I'm talking to. Yeah.
I don't know, like, I like to keep it I like to feel like I'm educated and like
No,
aware of
because
what's going
knowledge
on.
is power for sure, but
That's
I'm just too
exactly how I see
lazy
it.
to like look into
I
it.
don't see it as a like, oh my god, I need to know who all my A-logs are. It's more like a, this is interesting information, it might come in handy in the future. Like, I don't store things on people that I'm friends with and stuff like that. It's more just the stuff that's in these folders is literally email addresses and passwords. Like, I don't save people's chat logs. I don't care about chat logs. I care just about sort of like raw data sort of thing. But basically, the only reason I do that is because if any of those people decided to go fucking crazy one day and try and like, because you know that guy Zenias, there was a guy called Zenias who was posting on the Fediverse, which is like a deplatform, like a decentralized social media network, I guess. And
No, I'm an idiot.
he turned out to be a fucking sex offender. And like, I think people like that, in scenarios like that where someone turns out to be like a child molester, I think that's actually what he was. It's great to have already had a file on them, so you can just drop that shit as soon as people start as soon as people realize, like, fuck, this guy's a pedo. You can be like, well, actually, I have his shit already. So this is why it's
Yeah,
like
no, I
good.
never think about it though, because I never think that I'm gonna have to use information against people.
It's not to have against people. It can also be to help people. Like if you have a friend
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's the
and they're
thing
being
is like,
harassed, you can
yeah,
find
no,
that person.
no, absolutely. I think that a lot of it, but it's just what you do with that information. Like if you sit in there and deny and run and hide, like you're never gonna fucking grow.
Yeah, like I mean, as far as I see it, like if I have a friend and they tell me that they're being relentlessly harassed, there is a 99% chance I probably already have that person's information. And in situations like those, I am so fucking grateful that I spend time creating those files
Do
because
you have like, do you tag those files to reload? Like, do you to find them, or are there folders?
so they basically, I'm just looking at
Does
it now. So
everyone's name? Do you have like a folder for every single
right,
interaction you've had? Yeah.
so I'll have a folder, and let's say like, okay, the one I'm looking at right now.
Is it a Discord server that you have that, or you keep
No,
all this
no,
shit
no,
on?
no, no,
No.
no. No, I
Okay.
just saved it like literally on a disc, like,
Okay. Because I
and
started doing that too.
because those are really easy to destroy if you need to. You just put them in a microwave. But anyway,
Well, mine's an
basically,
external hard drive, but yeah.
you probably shouldn't do that. Don't put it in a microwave unless the microwave is in a room you don't care about if it
Well,
accidentally blows up.
I can just
But
delete it,
basically, what
and
I'll
then I
do is
don't have to like,
I create
buy
one
a new
big
one.
folder. I create one big folder for like a community. Let's say like Discord, and then in that folder, I will have like names of people. So I just have to go to the folder of the community I'm interested in. For example, like let's say there was one on Chinatown, I would just have Chinatown, and then I open the folder and it will be like
That's what I
grossly
have too.
offensive, DJ
Yeah,
Axel.
I have like
So
servers, and then I have like the server name. But like this is all very, very new to me. I have like 4 files, maybe, if that.
yeah, I mean, I'm just
Because
like
I'm very lazy. You have to understand that like I am very old and very tired.
I'm like just a fucking data archiver. Like
Like, okay,
that's
but when I first met Grossly, like I just blocked him, and I'm like, why did I unblock him? Like I blocked him immediately because like I was just like, I don't have time for this shit.
I feel like honestly with people that it's like like when you know it's gonna be a whole thing and they're gonna like
Yeah,
cause
but
public.
it wasn't that much of a huge like letdown. That's probably why I wasn't able to like really get into my meltdown pasta mode like I was earlier this year. I don't know if it's because I'm tired. It's just because like, wow, I didn't see this one coming. But like, it wasn't like that big of a deal. I'll get over it. I already am type thing. I just want to put this out there so that people stop harassing me because like I didn't fucking dox anybody.
Well, the thing is with these types of people, like these
It
types of
doesn't matter,
trolls,
huh?
they're
Yeah.
gonna keep saying it if that's a narrative they want to push. And eventually the best thing you can do is just turn around,
Yeah.
own it. And even if you didn't do it, just be like, fuck it, I did it.
Yeah,
because
no,
that's
I did own my shit though. Like I didn't deny like sending Brian that screenshot, but Brian denied like contact. Like why would he have contacted me?
I think like I mean, is it true that Grossly has a wife?
I don't fucking know. He lies about everything.
So were there plans for you guys to meet IRL before he turned out to be a faggot?
I mean, he mentioned it, but then he's a liar, so you know, he
And
mentioned a
like
lot of things.
the thing is the thing with these internet men is at the end of the day,
The thing with liars is they're liars.
like how I view it is completely their account responsibility to make sure their marriage or whatever is intact, and it's absolutely not on the women to not contact the men, because if these men are honestly so weak that they're gonna fold
He told
for
me he was separated, but that could have been a lie.
if these men are honestly they can't control themselves to the point that they're gonna fuck over their marriage for some girl on the internet, that is their problem. That ain't the girl's problem. That's their problem for not keeping their dick in their pants. Like that's how I see it. Because time and time again I see
But
women getting blamed.
virtual dick is different than real dick, so just so
Women
we're
get
all
called the
aware.
homewreckers, but at the end of the day, the men didn't exactly hold up the foundations, did they?
Exactly. Like
Like,
it's not that hard. Like it's not like I was ever a psycho to this person. Like I never fucking like, you know, threatened suicide if he didn't talk to me. I was just like, "Don't talk to me if you're going to do this." And he was like, "Why don't you trust me?" Because there's like things that you do and there's things that you say in private that don't align, and that's why the trust is an issue.
I feel like a lot of these men they wanna say that women online are fucking over their marriages, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, have you considered just stop talking to women on the internet? Like,
Yeah,
if this is a
exactly.
problem,
Especially
if
if
you
you're not even
if
gonna
you have
finish the
no self
job.
control, like if you have no self control, then stop fucking flirting with e-girls. Like that's your issue. Like, it's so fucking funny because like it's all the blame is like fucking on the women when it's like, why did none of these men keep their penises in their pants? Like, what the fuck?
Speaking of keeping penises in pants, we have a
Oh,
guest here.
do we?
Read the comment I highlighted.
Oh dear. Does drool cow drain balls? Do I drain balls?
I don't
I
know.
guess I have
He's
to ask.
interested
I'm gonna have to
probably
ask
for his own
Godwinson.
selfish reasons,
Gonna have to
actually.
ask Godwinson that one.
Yeah, Godwin says, for the record, has balls and a
And
dick.
not a crowded dick. No,
But like the people who believe that, like that's funny
that
to
was
me.
it, sir.
You know, that's the funny part is the people who believed it.
Like honestly, I find it, you know, the way Grossly talked about it, like at first even I was like, huh? So but then like IRL it just seemed so fucking retarded when it was disproved. I was like, wow, this man really sat there for 2 hours with like a story what? Like what possesses someone to come up with a whole ass story about another man's genitalia and to live stream it?
It's very gay.
No, but like
Very gay, extremely gay that somebody would rather sit on Ethan Ralph's live stream for like 4 hours than like have phone sex with a chick. Like that makes no sense to me at all.
like the thing is, like this is the one reason that like I didn't have a go at, you know, start calling Joshua Moon broke dick farms or whatever, because it's like, okay, bro, why are we talking about anyone's genitalia? Like, why is this even a thing? Like, can we not? Like, I'm sorry, but like there are so many things to attack these men for that don't require talking about their penises. I'm just wondering why this is. I don't even believe that talking about people's appearances is particularly relevant.
Yeah, no, because their character says so much more. That is so much more
Well,
meaningful.
it's
Because
not that I'm one of
we're
those
all
people.
gonna rot and die. Like that's the bottom line. But
Well, it's not that I'm
personality
one of those.
is
I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm anti-bullying. I'm anti calling people ugly. It's more just that, like, at the end of the day, right? Like we're probably all a bunch of like, sleep deprived, shut in like internet spugs. Let's not act as if like all of us are like supermodels. And at
But
the end of the
also,
day,
too, like
the
Grace the
sector
other
the
day got mad
sector
at
is
me for
about work.
self-deprecating humor. Like, let's not shit on that, okay?
Yeah.
That's humbling, and you should learn how to fucking do it yourself. Make fun of yourself
Yeah.
instead of other people. Like, it's
And
very easy.
the sector isn't for it isn't about appearances, and we're not on Instagram.
Well, girls
And
are. Girls are always
well,
about
the
appearances. But
thing
you could
is,
be literally the perfect specimen, and these incels will still fucking hate you.
and like the thing is, as far as I see it, that we joined this sector to get away from the normies and Instagram and Facebook. I don't see a reason to bring all this shit about appearances and like filters and editing and all of that. Why do we need to bring that back? Like, this doesn't seem relevant to anything. There's a lot of things that we can bully these people for that don't require things that you would say to someone on Instagram, things that normies would say. Like, it's like with Godwinson, with Josh, with Ralph. Have you noticed that like the things that some of the people say to them are like just it's why do we need to talk about people's genitalia? Like, why are
Because they're
we?
gay. But they're in the closet about it, which is why they're mean
But
to women.
it's really weird because it's like
Because I
we
don't have a
join this.
problem with gay people that are out of the closet because they're gay and happy and they just like accept the fact that they like dick. It's the people who are still in the closet and they're angry because they have frustrations. They want dick, but they, don't want to not look cool with their friends. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Like, as far as I see it, it's a little bit where it's, you know there's so much we can all say about each other for shallow things, because we could all say this shit on normie social media. Didn't we come here to get away from all of that? Like, it just, all the whole broke dick farms and the Godwinsons crowded and Ethan's sex tape. It's like, bro, why do you guys give a fuck about this gay normie shit? Like, we try to get
Because
away
they're
from this. Why are we
gay.
talking? Why are we talking? Why are we scrutinizing people's appearances? Like, we're on Instagram. Didn't we try and leave that? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. As far as I'm concerned, I would
That's
rather
why when I need to show my ass, I make it into a meme and then show it. So it's
like.
doing both things. Very effective.
I'm not saying I'm anti-bullying. I have fucking no problem like bullying people for those things. But at the same time, when it really comes down to it and you really want to make a point, if your consistent argument is going on and on and on about someone's genitalia, then like
But you have an
bro,
obsession with it.
bro, get on Tumblr. Like, fucking get out the sector, nigga. Get on fucking Tumblr.
It's very, very clear what it is that you're after.
It's just. And the thing is, people will say, like, oh, Elaine's trying to say she's not like other women, and when she says this stuff, no, bro, I'm saying something that's literally should be logical to everyone, regardless of gender. At the end of the day, if you really want to dive into conversations about people and scrutinize people's appearances, why don't you get back to fucking Instagram and Facebook, where people do that all day? Like, why don't we get back to the influencers who Photoshop themselves or whatever? Like, why are you bringing that shit here? Like, I have people in my thread analyzing photos that aren't even real and a-logging me for shit that isn't real. It's like, bro, this is another level of fucking delusional. Like, I was there when I made those deepfakes, and I still have people using them as if they're legitimate, like, tools in an argument. It's like, yeah, I made them myself. So why do you think this would own me when it's my own fucking Photoshop? In the nicest way possible. It's like, these people are so deluded that if they see genitalia, it doesn't matter if it's real or not, it will become a topic. I mean, that's just porn sick.
I wonder how many people I bet there's like this Chinatown mods only with minus Breezy because she's a girl, but I bet it's just like exchanging nudes that they get.
I mean, honestly,
you would think it would make them nicer to
this.
me or something.
I mean, men will literally call women whores, but they're the ones sexualizing us constantly.
Exactly. But
Like,
they're the ones. Yeah, no, Street Maxer, for example. Like, I don't believe that you were ever a stripper. I don't care what you fucking believe. How's that sound? I'm not going to prove shit to you because I have no interest in you. And it's not because I'm, not
It's like,
horny. It's because you don't make me horny. It's a very specific thing with you.
like I have men who will go in my friend and I'll be like she will fuck anyone who she gets. And by the way, let's all have like this deep conversation about her vagina. It's like, what about you stop sexualizing women and then calling them whores? You're the ones sexualizing us in the first place. Like that.
They're not even sexualizing them, but like I saw a screenshot from Chinatown and it was like this new prostitute girl was like, she's the funniest girl ever. I'm gonna convince her to shave her head and get a turtle tattoo. That's what it said. And I was just like, that's kind of fucked up. Don't you think if she's a prostitute, she has enough problems? How do you think this is gonna affect her business plan? It's very selfish.
I mean, it's literally rude. I'm very tired of women tearing down other women on the internet and then calling us the pick-me's.
No, that's just Cappy,
when we fight back. Like, thoughts and opinions is the best example.
I'm a victim. No, bitch. Like, don't go have other people do your fucking trolling for you. Like, just do it yourself.
Thoughts and opinions will call me a schizo when she spent like 30 pages in DMs with T-clips. She spent 30 DMs talking about gay-opping me with T-clips. 30 pages in post leaks of talking about gay-opping me with T-clips, and I'm the schizo. Okay, buddy. Like, women will literally tear down other women and then be like, no, but she's the pick-me. How?
Yeah, no, for sure. No. Well, the reason why we got in that fight initially, and first of all, like, I have chick friends. They're in the chat right now. Like, Claire, like, I have Fang.
Claire's cool.
I got chick friends, and it's definitely not a me issue. It's definitely a her issue because I've seen it. She's done it before. But basically...
Women will say, like, there are girls that will say we hate women. And it's like, no, we don't hate women. We hate you. Like, we're fine with other women. You know? Like, I don't know why people
exactly.
can't
No, and this is like Cormaxer right now. He's like, Chuckles, you are the prime example of a life denial, unfunny internet. Like, if you think that this is going to make me give you any nudes or anything, you're fucking delusional, okay? At least kiss my ass. That is the very least you could do for me. If you think that this is getting me wet, it's not.
Yeah. Like, someone commented on my microwave. Yeah, I have my rice in the microwave, which I probably shouldn't do. Apparently, that can give you food. I don't know. Oh well.
What?
Whoops.
Ice?
I live life on the edge. I eat reheated rice. So wait, someone asked
I wanted to say, speaking of Grace, like my primary demographic audience, where it says your audience, like where they come from, it's like the first one is Grace, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy, because she's like 10 years younger than me.
Grace is my age, yeah.
Yeah. 12 years or something.
Grace is pretty
fucking
cool.
old.
I quite like Grace.
But Cappy's the same age as you guys too, and she's like just so fucking immature. I can't even have a conversation with her.
Yeah, that's because Cappy's a retard.
But she'll use her age as like some kind of victim card. Like she's like, you're 10 years older than me and you're coming after me. No, it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with your age. It has to do with who you are as a person. Like same with the Hormaxer.
Who cares?
They think that it's like this applies to everybody. Yeah, she sucks. I don't like her.
If you're over the age of 18, you're fair game. If you're 18 plus, you're fair game. Like, I'm sorry. That's it. Like, if you're over the age of 18, that's it.
I'm 33, you dumb fuck. Sorry.
Like, literally, Cappy's trying to act like she's, like, not like, bro, if you're over the age of 18, I don't care. Like, stop crying. Like,
right? And well, like, maybe this will teach her that people don't care about women that are over 18.
Like, I don't understand, like, why she's acting like she's, like, 16. She's 18. Like, she's over 18. She can deal with it. She's an adult.
I know. It makes all 21-year-olds look really bad, actually. No, I'm just kidding.
These people will literally, I mean, how can, I don't understand how she can call herself a badass and then try and use her being my age as, like, some sort of, like, Shield? It's not a shield. People attack me mercilessly at the age of 21. Why should you have it any different? Like, why does Cappy deserve different than all the other women who get mercilessly attacked at my age?
Okay. Cormaxer, why the fuck are you here? It's like you're a lolcow to the sector. You're very, very well known for being a lolcow. If you think shitting on me is gonna make you look anything different, it's not.
I mean,
Like I don't
honestly,
want to
like,
impress you. Like the best case scenario is you don't like you're not attracted to me. That would be the best case scenario for me.
yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like with people like Cappy, it's like these are literal Discord spurgs, and like you're never gonna get anywhere with them because they don't have anything else going on. They're watching us right now, probably in a Discord, because there is nothing else for them to do. So you have to bear this in
Because
mind.
God forbid they pay
obviously-
attention to their wives or their marriages.
They're going to keep it going for as long as they can, because without people like us, they are lonely.
No, but it's
People
funny
watch
because
my
like he
streams
didn't make
with
any
their
content about it. It was like literally just for his own like sick amusement. Like that's the weird part.
Like the thing is, most of these people,
Like at least give me some
Cappy,
clouts for this, you know?
Godwinson.
Godwinson, you want to call it? You can give him the link.
No, that's not him. That's not him. That's not him.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's not his account.
Okay.
No, that's a fake.
Is it?
Yeah, no, Godwinson's not __ Godwinson. He's.
Well,
Pretty
that
sure
was a nice try.
I mean,
can't
that's the
fool
kind of
us.
shit he would do if he got banned, but I don't think he's been channel striked. But the thing is, it's like these people have nothing else going on, so Cappy's gonna continue this battle for as long as possible.
Well, I thought I'd
Because-
make a slideshow presentation just to kind of clarify things, and people can look into it if they're not too stupid.
Like, I just got invited to. Someone
to
just
her
tagged me
server?
on Twitter in the most autistic dog spin fight that I've ever seen, and I'm just going to pretend that I didn't see it because
Oh,
then I
that's a
don't
good
have to
idea.
get involved.
Yeah, no, I just left the server. It's like that spaz out server. I forget what it's called, like Crazy Spazzes or something.
They didn't even
They
send the
just-
right link.
Spamming.
Why am I
spamming.
tagged?
I don't like spamming memes. Just make it,
No,
put
I
it
don't like
once.
spammers.
It's a lot
Spammers
more
just send
meaningful
people.
if you do it that way. People are gonna actually look forward to when they see your name in the thread because it's just not littered with your name.
Godwinson, I know that isn't the real Godwinson. Literal imposter.
Yeah, it's probably somebody who's obsessed with his dick.
Oh. Oh, it could actually be Grosley.
I don't know. I mean, Grossly doesn't have the balls to be on his real account, so yeah. He obviously knew this was happening. He was obviously watching if he hit up fucking Brian. See, he's stupid.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be manipulative, like don't be dumb. Okay? Because you wonder why chicks don't trust you. You wonder why you never earned my trust. Because you're fucking retarded.
I bet Grosley's jealous of Godwinson because he's hot.
I think he's just jealous of anybody who has the courage to put their face on camera.
I like to think that all the men that hate Godwinson, they just want to be Godwinson. I think that's fair, and I think that it's fair to say all the women that hate me just want to be me, and I'm gonna stand by that forever. And I don't care what anyone else says. I'm standing by that.
All right. Well, I'm over this.
Yeah,
the next stream won't be about this ever
probably
again.
gonna go to bed.
Yeah. But have a good night. Thank you so much for coming up here. And everybody watch out because we're gonna take over the world.
Yeah, we are girl bosses.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.